Allow me to introduce you to the cheesecake KitKat. Oh yes, cheesecake. And if you look up here in the top right corner, you will notice a baked version of that KitKat. Have you ever sat down and thought, I really want to bake a KitKat? No? Well, Japan has. Check this out. Alright, so this is cheesecake yaji, which is cheesecake flavored. And it is oishii, or delicious, if you cook it in a toaster oven. And if you flip this bag over, it gives you very helpful instructions on how to bake your cheesecake. And it should come out, in theory, looking like this. Now, this little blue circle over here is recommending that you place your KitKats in the refrigerator before you actually attempt to bake them. So the other day I placed 3 of these small-sized KitKats in the fridge. So today we are going to attempt to bake them. Here you have it. Baked cheesecake went down. Baked cheesecake. Okay, does this look crazy or what? This is probably the one that looks the most like the package. So let me grab a reference point here. So this is what they should look like. And of all of them, this one maintained its shape. The rest kind of exploded upon me removing them from the pan. But they smell really interesting, so let's find this out. It definitely smells like cheesecake. This is really... Ah, it's weird. It's like halfway between a KitKat, like the taste, like, because you can taste the wafer that tastes like KitKat. And it does slightly taste like cheesecake. But it's kind of weird. Not sure how I feel about this. I kind of like it. But I don't think enough to attempt that again, because that's kind of messy. So yeah, that is the baked cheesecake. You can also just eat them regular, actually. Let's find out what they taste like not baked. Baked cheesecake. So, baked, normal. Oh, oh God. Woo. Tastes like cheese. Not fully, but it's kind of like a halfway between milk and cheese. Yeah, I think I prefer it baked. That's weird. I do have some more KitKats. Let's check these out. Now that we've gotten the baked one out of the way, let's see what I have. Oh yes. In the spirit of spring, we have Sakura Matcha KitKats. So these are green tea and cherry blossom flavored. Let's open this packet up. And this is what the packaging looks like. Super cute, just, let's see, Sakura Matcha. And that's also the kanji for Sakura Matcha. If it will open. Haha! Okay. Oh, this one melted. Okay. Well, he's all melted, but let's try him out anyways. Now this one's really good. It almost tastes like gingerbread, I think I would describe this taste as, which is weird because That's the farthest thing I'd ever expect it to taste from, considering it's green tea and cherry blossoms, but it's kind of tastes like gingerbread. So this is a really nice light flavor as opposed to the cheesecake. Let's see. Okay. Another KitKat flavor, because I've been away for a couple of weeks from the world of podcasting, and KitKats accumulate in Japan. Say hello to Mount Fuji. Oh yes, I bought this really because the package is Mount Fuji, and this is strawberry cheesecake flavored. So let's compare this to the other regular cheesecake. Alright, so inside Mount Fuji we have a plastic baggie filled with strawberry cheesecake KitKat. Alright, so the packaging is precious. See Mount Fuji on the front there and the cheesecake. Alright, please don't taste like cheese. Alright, so this one is also disturbingly exactly like the other ones. This is regular cheesecake, strawberry cheesecake. Yeah. I think there's like the barest minimal difference in the tone of cream. Smells like cheese. Ooh, tastes like strawberries. Alright, sweet. This one does not taste like cheese. This one's really good. That's awesome, because I have like a ton more of them. Also, the big cheesecake, but I can hand those out around the dorm. This is really good. That's really nice. It really just tastes like a light strawberry flavor. That's not bad at all. Me gusta. Alright, one last weird one before we move on. Okay, so this one terrified me, so I had to buy it. This is matcha azuki. So this is green tea with red beans, as you can see there. I do not like red beans, and this smells undelightful. And I have had this before, but I'm going to try it again to share with you the experience. Alright. Oh, okay. Bad decision. Oh, nope, I hate this. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god. Oh, do I have water? Oh, that is probably one of the two grossest KitKats I've ever had. Oh, why did I eat that again? Oh, I didn't think it would be that bad right at first. Oh, first time I ate this, it took a little while to hit, but oh, whew. Oh, I do not like that flavor. I don't really know how to explain what I just experienced. It doesn't taste like green tea. I think it's more on the red bean spectrum. And unfortunately, like, one of my best friends here, this is like, she loves this kind of taste. I don't at all. Oh, it's a good thing I'm surrounded by KitKats because, oh, yeah, excuse me. Why did I do that again? Oh. Yes, Sophia, retry the KitKats you know you don't like. Well, this is them one more time. Enjoy that. Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of these. I'm giving the rest of these to my friend. She can enjoy them to the fullest. I have these. Hi everyone, and welcome. My name is Sophia. You can find me on both Ravelry and Instagram as Ichigo Knitter. I'd like to welcome everyone back to the show. If you're a new viewer, thank you so much for stopping by. And if you're returning, hey guys! So, it's been a little over 2 weeks since the last time I've spoken with everyone. First off, I would like to alleviate the fears of Obi-Wan Knitter, Dan, over at the Bakery Bears podcast. I have, in fact, safely escaped the closet from which my mom, Saratoga Knitting, locked me in to take over the podcast last week. It was a harrowing experience, let me tell you. So, what have I been up to recently? Well, unfortunately, I hate to admit this, but I only have 6 weeks left in Japan, which I'm gonna be honest, is terrifying. It's like a mixture of excitement to see my family and my home, but at the same time, I've been living here in Japan for an entire year, and the idea of going is like really strange to me. I think it's really starting to hit me now that I'm leaving in a few weeks. If you see those boxes in the back, those aren't mine, those are my friends. She asked if she could keep them in here for a few days, but you know, those are boxes of things she's starting to send home already. So that's becoming a little bit surreal right now. I have, I think, 5 weeks left of actual classes, and then the final week I'm here in Japan are my finals. And then on May 30th is our program completion ceremony. And then I go back home. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know. My biggest concern is how I'm going to get all that in a trunk. But yeah, I mean, this has literally been the most incredible experience of my life. I honestly think I feel like a completely different person than the person that came here last August. I mean, big thing, obviously, is the whole amazing community of you guys that I've been able to meet because I decided one day on a mad spur of whateverness to start a podcast. I feel like I've really just been able to really grow and connect with the knitting community while I'm here. I feel like Japan, this whole experience has given me more confidence in myself, more confidence in my ability to just go out and do something if I want to do it. And I don't know, I think this has just been the most amazing experience ever, and the fact that I'm facing the last 6 weeks of my exchange program is a little freaky. It also means that from here on out, it is major projects time. I have a graph project PowerPoint due for my Japanese class on Friday. I have a major psych project I have to do. I'm giving another presentation on Friday. I've got some papers coming up. My teachers are talking about finals already. It's busy. I mean, I guess this semester in general, if you guys have watched before or you've heard me mention before, this semester has been significantly more work heavy than last semester, which is great because it means that I've been experiencing and learning a lot more. It just means that I have less time for anything else. But yeah, so the last 6 weeks are crunch time here at Kansai Gaidai. Lots of work, lots of planning. Thankfully, in a couple weeks, Golden Week is going to be here. And Golden Week in Japan is a string of 3 days where we don't have school. So that's exciting. That will be really nice. I think all of my friends here at the dorm and I are planning on just spending Golden Week hanging out. We have started as a group, a whole bunch of us, binge watching How I Met Your Mother. So I think we're planning on getting through like 4 seasons in those few days that we don't have school. I would go somewhere, but unfortunately Golden Week is the biggest week in spring for anyone to travel in Japan. So if everyone is traveling in Japan, it's super expensive. The flights are just unbelievably more expensive. Everything is more crowded. There's people going to be everywhere in Kyoto and Osaka. So we've decided to just kind of spend it, you know, as kind of a last big hurrah together as a group. Because I think the really unique experience of living in the particular seminar house I'm living in is that we are the smallest of the seminar houses, and because of that, we've all come to know each other extremely well. My main group of friends here live in this dorm. We spend 24/7 together. We're actually going to binge watch some serious How I Met Your Mother tonight. Let me tell you, plans have been made. So, yeah, I think it's just going to be really nice just to spend some time together. When my dearest mother took over the podcast the other week, I was in Okinawa with all of them. It was all 11 of us. 11 of us, my best friends here, we all just went on the most life-changing, incredible vacation to Okinawa. I cannot express just how refreshing and incredibly amazing that experience was. I think we all just like became even closer than we were before, which is really hard to imagine because we are literally like this tight-knit group of crazy college students. Like it was just the best experience I could ever hope for. I think one of the best decisions we made on our trip was we decided that we were going to spend our first night on mainland Okinawa, and then the next morning we were going to take a ferry to a remote island called Tokashiki Island, which is it's got like a small town, and just the rest of the island is just trees and beaches and gorgeous, absolutely incredible. And so all 11 of us made reservations for the only hostel on the island, and it turns out that we were the only people at that hostel. So the hostel, mind you, was like, think hostel and then think this place as like 10 steps above a hostel. This was beautiful. The beds were wonderful. It was like a house. It was incredible. We had this fully furnished kitchen. So all the 11 of us, we were the only ones staying there. So we literally had the run of the place to ourselves. And the guy that ran the place was fantastic. He drove us all over the island, which was amazing because it's really hard. It takes like, half an hour if you want to walk from where we were to the closest beach. So he was just incredibly accommodating. He drove us all over the island. He would stop when we were driving in a cliff area to take pictures of us for us, of all of us standing with the beach front down, and all the trees behind us. It was amazing, and we really lucked out. The whole experience was incredible, and I super needed it because, the doldrums of school, it was just incredible. I could not be more thankful for the experience that I had, and if there's anywhere in the world I ever want to return to someday, it is Okinawa. Most specifically Tokashiki Island. It was amazing. So that was awesome. I don't even know how to express how awesome it was. But I took some video footage while I was there, so why don't you check it out now? Hey guys, so I just got back from a beach where I totally swam with a sea turtle. It was just the coolest experience ever. So right now I'm on Tokashiki Island off of the main island of Okinawa, and it's totally amazing. I stayed at a really nice hostel overnight, and then we went off to Tokashiku Beach this morning with the sea turtle, which was precious. We rented snorkel gear and went snorkeling with him. It was just so cute. He was just, swimming and eating seaweed and swimming and eating seaweed, but it was just really precious to watch. I think honestly that was probably the best experience I've had so far on this trip, and this whole trip has just literally been amazing. I hope you guys can see behind me just how beautiful the environment here. This island is absolutely gorgeous. I'm so glad we decided to come here. So if anyone is ever thinking of taking a trip to Okinawa, I would highly recommend taking the ferry out to Tokashiki Island. The hostel we stayed at was amazing. The guy that runs the place, he literally drove us all over the island. He brought us to Aranha Beach yesterday and today to Tokashiku Beach. And it's just really an amazing experience. I think this is somewhere I'll probably want to come to again in the future. It's just, if I had more time to explore here, I really would. It's beautiful. And I can't say enough good things about it. And just see this place? So amazing. It's just beautiful. We decided, all my friends and I, to just walk back to the port instead of taking a bus or anything, and it's just beautiful. It's warm out. It's cloudy, but it's not raining, which is fantastic. So yeah, it's really, really great. I can't get over it. It's fantastic. I'm so happy. And ooh. Oh, did you hear that noise? Because I totally did. Sounded like a grumpy dog, but I think it might have just been a pipe. Weird. But yeah, it's awesome, and I'll post some pictures too, and I hope you guys enjoy seeing my vacation here. Bye!
I'm glad people have gone to Okinawa already and told us about the outer islands. Oh, the first people I knew wasn't
And that's awesome.
So Tokashku Bay has so many sea turtles.
Sea turtles?
So if you go there snorkeling, you can see sea turtles easily.
Oh wow.
Hi.
Sophia, I feel like you should do a picture with me.
Water on Earth, like what are we missing, you know?
There's more water, there's more stuff underneath.
We know more about the surface of our moon than we do about the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
So what'd you guys think? Pretty cool, right? I loved it. I forgot to mention, I don't think I said this before. No, I didn't. I also, while in Okinawa, had the opportunity to go to a World War II Japanese Navy underground base. Now, this was amazing. I think I've mentioned before, I plan on becoming a history professor someday, and I think my main personal focus is going to be World War II for research purposes, and the experiences of the Japanese civilians during World War II is one of my main, serious passions. I had the opportunity to go on a class trip last semester to Hiroshima, which was amazing, so I just couldn't let up the opportunity to go to this military base. Now, for just some background, during World War II, the Battle of Okinawa is the only battle to take place on Japanese soil during World War II, and this was a battle between the US and Japan. And it is the biggest land, sea, and air battle combined to take place during World War II. It was massive. It was a massive battle. And again, the huge significance is that this was the only one to actually take place on Japanese soil. And Okinawa, for just geographically, Okinawa is not a part of mainland Japan. Mainland Japan is way up here, and Okinawa was way down here. These are the Ryukyu Islands, right all the way down here. Originally, Okinawa was the Ryukyu Kingdom. It was not originally a part of Japan. It was taken over by Japan. It used to be under the, way back when China had all of its protectorates, and all of the countries that were paying homage, I can't think of words right now, to the Chinese dynasties. It was during that time that the Ryukyu Islands were the Ryukyu Islands, and they were eventually taken as part of Japan, so they are not actually attached to Japan. Japan, Okinawa. But it just the significance of this one battle is just massive in the history of World War II. And this particular military base, this naval base, was built completely underground. It was also of huge significance during World War II. It was where a man named Ota, he wrote a famous letter from that naval base to the Japanese government nearing the end of the battle. It wasn't the end of the battle, but nearing it. And so it just, for me personally, was an amazing experience. And you actually got to go in and walk through the entire naval base, which was just really, just so interesting and so surreal, because it just, it's unchanged, from World War II. It's just this underground, built-in caverns, just incredible. Just, whoa, incredible. Okay. History nerd out. On to other things. So I don't have any coffee with me today. I have a bottle of water, because I found that these past couple of days I have been crazy dehydrated. I have been, I know I've probably been drinking too much coffee as opposed to the level of water I've been drinking. So I'm just gonna have a sip. Okay. So, next week I'm headed off to a Hanshin Tigers baseball game. So excited. If anyone has ever watched on the Travel Channel Anthony Bourdain No Reservations, he did an episode where he came here to Osaka and he went to a Hanshin Tigers game, and I have been waiting for the chance to go to one, and finally I get to go next week. So excited. So I bought a jersey to go see it, because I'm not going to go see a Hanshin Tigers game and not wear a Hanshin Tigers jersey. And on the Ravelry group, Lucy, who is Lucci Lucy on Ravelry, hey Lucy, asked if I could show off that jersey. Why, yes, Lucy, I can. Alrighty. Check this out. as you might be noticing, the Hanshin Tiger's colors are yellow and black. I'm so excited. And this is the t-shirt for Uemoto. I have no idea who he is, but I bought the jersey because number 4 is my lucky number. So you better rock it, Uemoto. Yeah. And on the side they have the Hanshin Tiger. Let me show you. Woo. Check him out. So this was a totally worth it purchase. And I think, if I'm being honest, next semester UVM will be experiencing me wearing this as a normal outfit because I love it. So that's super exciting! Alright, now that I've been rambling for a while, who wants to see some knitting? I haven't done much. As I said, I went to Okinawa. I've been crazy busy. So knitting has been less important as papers and Okinawa. So I'm getting back into the swing of it. Hopefully this weekend I will have some knitting time because last weekend, literally all I did was a take-home exam and studied for my Japanese exam. Yay, college! Yeah. Alright, so let's check out my knitting. First off, I have my socks, or sock. Haven't even gotten to the heel yet on sock number 1. But that's okay, this is just my relaxed knitting. I'm not trying to get these finished before I leave or anything. I'm just enjoying the knitting process. So these are the Atlantic Current socks by Melissa Sibley. They are awesome sauce. I was inspired by Little Bobbins Danny, who was knitting them, and I thought they were precious. I am knitting this with some glorious Desert Vista Dye Works socks. This is the Summer Berries colorway. It's excellent. So this is where I'm at so far. I don't know, I'm probably a couple rows farther up than I was last time. Oh man. That's what I've got so far. The pattern is super simple, easy to memorize, and it looks so fun. I really am excited to have these to wear next to winter. But until then, I'm just enjoying them, just relax knitting. Let's see. I have finished another square for my not my granny square blanket. I have a partially crocheted granny square. Since I accidentally said granny square, I might as well show you that. Oh, excuse me. Got it. All right. Here's my sad little granny square. Hasn't gotten much work on. I think I started it the night before my flight to Okinawa, so since then it has not been worked on. Again, school. Thank you, college. Anyways, on the regular knitted scrap blanket front, I did do one square, which was a bit of knitting, if I'm being honest. I think I've said before that the squares that I knit are double the size of the normal sized squares, so these take a really long time. These do take, actually, if I'm being honest, a couple of hours for me to do, and that's like hours of straight knitting. So I'll like knit a bit and then put it down and go do something. So they do take a while. So this was the most of any of the knitting I've had recently. Alright, look at all these loose edges I need to take care of. Anyways, here is the one and only square I knit. But I super love this. This was some opal yarn that I bought here in Japan. Yeah, so that's about it. Let me show you how big it is so far. I'm super happy with it. I really love this. Again, it's just so simple and easy and just really nice for me to pick up and do without having to think about it. Yeah. So unfortunately, that's about all on the crafting spectrum that I have right now. Again, thanks, college. Hopefully this summer will be filled with glorious knitting when I return to the homestead with my mother, my cat, and my coffee drinking assistant, my father. He knows it's true. If I haven't mentioned this before, I never liked coffee growing up, which is probably a good thing because I was a bit of a crazy child. But I never liked the taste of coffee. And then when I got to college, I got through most of my freshman year of college without coffee. And then finals happened spring semester. And my friend happened spring semester. My friend who's a barista. I fell down the rabbit hole that is coffee, and here I am years later. And my dad spent years trying to get me to try coffee. Like all through high school, he was like, you should try coffee. No, I refused. So ever since the day that I discovered that coffee was a glorious thing, he has never let go the fact that I now drink coffee. He will, whenever I am home, he'll be like, how many years, kiddo? How many years? So thanks, Dad. So, I do have a coffee addiction, which is why I am rehydrating. How did all of you guys get started drinking coffee or tea? What do you guys drink? I do drink tea and coffee, usually mostly coffee, but that's because it's the school year. In the summertime, I like to do a coffee in the morning and a tea around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but when college is in full swing, mostly coffee. Although, oh guys, I'm really excited. Am I all over the place today? Yes, I am. Am I never all over the place? No. I found the coolest thing. I put this up on Instagram, and I actually haven't tried it yet because I want to try it with 2 of my friends here because they both love tea too, so I want them to experience this. This is sakuracha, which is cherry blossom tea. And this is a seasonal thing because you can only harvest cherry blossoms, when they're around, which is for a very short period of time in the spring. So check this out. What you see in there are pickled cherry blossoms. These are literally cherry blossoms off a cherry blossom tree. And they're covered in salt. And I had to do some research on how to make this. And what you do is you take 1 to 2 petals, you place it in lukewarm water for about 5 minutes. And then you take the petals out and place it in a cup of hot water and let it steep. And it will give the water a bit of a pink tint to it, and the tea's flavor will be distinctly cherry. And the cherry blossom petals themselves are edible. Usually you don't eat them, but you can. So if you like them, you can eat them. And so I thought this was just the coolest thing, and I cannot wait to try it, and will be sure to take a video of how to steep it when I make it because I am so excited about this, and it fits in perfectly with the knit along that we're running right now. So super, super duper excited about this. I mean, I'm excited about anything that's cherry blossom flavored because it's awesome. So hopefully later this week I will be able to make these with my friends. And I'll let you guys know how they are because I am really excited about it. Speaking of seasonal products, I found more today. I probably shouldn't be allowed to go into the convenience store on campus because I always come out with things. I went in to pick up some rice balls for lunch. I came out with a lot more than rice balls. So what I found today for seasonal products here in Japan blew my mind. Okay, ready for this? I didn't even know they did this here. I thought that it was like, okay, potato chips, KitKats. I didn't realize that they did it with M&Ms too. Ready for this? These are caramel apple flavored M&Ms. Check that out. And up here in the corner it says imadake, only now. So these are seasonally flavored caramel apple M&Ms. See, I thought I just want to say KitKats. These aren't KitKats. These are M&Ms. This is insane. I saw these this morning and I was like, excuse me now? Well, that's mine. I will shamelessly admit that this is package 1 of 2 that I purchased. Wasn't just gonna buy one now, was I? Over the moon about this. Can't wait to try them because it just seems hilarious and amazing. These are probably delicious. Yeah, I have a thing for anything apple flavored, which is probably a good thing I go to a college in Vermont because the farmer's market is filled with cider donuts and hot cider. Apples are so good. Oh man, I actually had an apple for dinner last night. Now you know. More water. Ooh, sorry guys. I'm just so dehydrated. Like, it's probably a mistake that I barely had any water before I ran off to class this morning, but I bought a coffee. Decisions Sophia made today. 1, have coffee without water. Check. All right. So I think the last thing on the agenda today is the knit-along. So, knit-along is ending soon. April is almost over, guys, which is insane, by the way. I could have sworn it was just December. How is April? It's almost May. Guys, what's going on here? I don't know. Time is flying. Seriously. So, the knit-along is almost done. The thread will be closed on May 1st. I will wait for it to be May 1st around the world before I close it because I know that it is May 1st in Japan before it is May 1st most other places. So don't worry, I will let it be open until it is May 1st all over the world. It is so confusing to be like 13 hours ahead of where I'm originally from sometimes. This is one of those times. So I will wait, no worries. I'm not gonna like, as soon as it's May 1st, Japan time, turn that bad boy off. I will leave it open. So, the knit-along is going amazing. I want to say thank you so much to everyone that's participating. It has been so cool to see everyone's projects. You guys are just, it's amazing. I love it so much. I mean, like, honestly, like, the knitting community is amazing. You guys are just amazing. Like, can I say amazing enough? Because you guys really are. So, thank you so much for participating. There are tons of finished objects already in the thread. If you need any inspiration, go check it out. There are beautiful projects in there. We also have a chatter thread going, you know, come on in, share what you're working on. Again, the only requirements is that you knit or crochet or spin or any kind of crafting, something that is in a shade of red or pink. And you may enter as many times as you like, just one entry per post. And I will draw the winners on the next podcast after May 1st has passed. All over the world. And yeah, so thank you so much everyone for participating. This has been so much fun. Yeah, you guys are awesome. It's an undeniable fact. You're all awesome. Oh, speaking of how awesome everyone is, there is also another giveaway running in the thread right now for, we've gone past 200 members on the Ravelry group. So as a thank you, I will be giving away, a pattern up to the worth of $6 US. This will also be open until May 1st across the globe. All I ask that you do is tell me something that makes you happy. Just like this podcast and all of you guys make me happy. So, I think that's all I have for you this week. I hope that the weather is improving or absolutely beautiful wherever you are in the world this week. And happy knitting! Bye!